Morning, girls. How you doing? Welcome back to the Time Tayto show. This is weight loss update 121:18. The video thumbnail for this is just, it's cringe. It's like her like hiding her face, looking like she's trying to cry, and like Beck trying to like comfort her or something like that. So I guess we're already 3 weeks into the weight loss program. Has already fallen apart. She wasn't getting the views she wanted. Whatever the reason is. I guess we're just going to go straight into it. I'm not really overly fussed. I think she's about 480 pounds. I think that's what the last claim was, because her weight is so unimportant to me. I don't even remember what she's claiming 90% of the time. I think she's claiming, like, 490-ish now, or something like that. I think she's trying to claim, like, because she's back into the 400s. That's what her claim is, like, modern day Amberlynn. And I don't buy it. Because, like, remember, modern day Amberlynn has like 17 filters on her, while 6 years ago the filters were clearly not as good because she looks like older, her skin's in worse condition and everything like that. But like she actually, you can see like the edge of her jaw, you know? Whilst nowadays, I don't think she has any definition. I think she is just like solid straight down. She's like a thumb. You know, there's no definition. It just goes right down into her body.
Okay, I really hope
Kind of like Beck. You
guys can see the both of us. Hi.
Huh?
I don't know if you guys can see us.
You obviously can.
But let's just hope so, because I don't want to do this twice. So
well, let's just hope so. Why? Like, I wouldn't check. I would just say, oh, hopefully, guys, you can see. Even though she's like staring directly into the viewfinder, and we know that camera has a viewfinder because she routinely poses to herself in it and duck faces at it. But now she's trying to pretend that she can't see herself in it, even though she's staring at herself.
We're gonna do a weigh-in for you
Yay.
guys. And usually,
let's go.
You go first. You go first. Okay. Usually
okay.
Becky goes first. So I just want to start off by saying
it's like the third time. Genuinely, who cares? I think Amber probably should go second if we're just like going back by clicks, because no one. I'm just gonna say I don't think anyone really cared about Beck unless they want like Beck to like show her off. You know, maybe Beck should go second if like Beck is doing better because it like shows up Amber and makes her look even worse.
I came into 2018 with this crazy mindset of 2018 is gonna be a cure-all. I'm gonna be the most perfect person in the world.
Wow.
I'm gonna eat healthy and clean, and I'm gonna count my.
That's definitely what perfect means, is just generally eating healthy. I would consider healthy is perfect. I'm assuming she hasn't done well, or it's like other times where she just does this like big spiel, and then she said, "However, I actually fought back and I still lost weight." It's like, oh, okay, Jesus.
My steps every day, and I'm gonna rock the shit out of everything.
Oh my god, so exciting!
No, that's not how it works, especially when you have an eating disorder. And not only do that sun is coming out.
Oh.
This lighting.
I don't know if you guys can see us. Oh wait, I can see the reflection of the sun in. Why have this weird fake shit at the start where it's like, I don't know if you guys can even see us. And then she sees that the lighting has gone bad because she's looking at herself in the viewfinder the entire time while she's doing her monologue. Her big fake monologue that is so unimportant, she can interrupt it to be like, oh, actually the lighting isn't quite correct right now for me, guys. We've heard this all a billion times, where it's like, I want it to be perfect, but no, just so you know, that's literally impossible for someone like me. And it's just like, well, you could just try harder. I don't know. You could, yeah, you probably have some issues that would make it harder for you than for other people, but like, you could, I don't know, you could just try harder.
I feel like it's gonna be weird. But
yeah.
Not only do I have binge eating, but
see, Amber, if you're about to complain that you gained weight, maybe you should have done what Beck did there and stand the fuck up and get some steps in, going and like closing the blinds or whatever the fuck she did there. Maybe you should have done that, and that would have helped you with your weight loss.
I am a food addict, and I
oh my god,
emotionally, whether it's from happiness or from sadness or joy.
Oh my god.
And
I eat for every reason. You might as well have just said that. You just like food. You might as well just narrow that all down to, I just really like eating. Who is this for? What brand new person has stumbled dick first into this video and is like, oh, this 600-pound woman, what? She likes food a lot. I am stunned.
I know Becky has talked to me before that she kind of has that issue too, if you want to talk to them about it.
I wouldn't really say it's a...
Obviously, she has some variation or some degree of those issues as well. You can't get to like 400 pounds. You can't get like super morbidly obese in at least appearance. Apparently she is like considerably lighter than Amber based on the weigh-ins from what I remember. But like, I firstly just don't believe that Amber is like 400 and whatever pounds she's claiming to be. You can't get to that size without super overeating in some way or the other. Like it's impossible. It just is impossible. Most normal humans can't force themselves to get to this weight. So obviously she has some form of like binge eating disorder or food addiction, or she copes emotionally with food, whatever.
Food addiction, like some of it goes beyond what I know. But, you know, growing up, I lived in the middle of nowhere. There was no internet. All we had was, cable TV. And my parents worked a lot. So, throughout the day, my sisters are 7, 8 years older than me, so they moved out.
Beck, that is a fascinating point. I'm going to put a tack in it because I actually don't give a shit. And that tack is in the back of a car that's driving away. driving away from us right now because I honestly do not care, fucking whatsoever. Well, I lived in a farmhouse, and by the farmhouse, there was a small inn. And however, with the inn, there's also, an upstairs. I don't care. I don't care. You like food. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, for me, living when I was younger and when I started becoming very big, I remember people would always...
I'm gonna skip through the Beck part because the Beck part is just... It's very boring that she snacked quite a lot and how she still has cravings occasionally for stuff. And she blames her having bad teeth. Well, Amber really steps in and tries to blame her Beck having bad teeth for that Beck craves lemons a lot. That's her big craving. That's why she has bad teeth, because she ate so many lemons. And Beck then was like, well, no, I also drank lots of soda. She's, oh, well, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, but you brushed your teeth white today as well, just so everyone knows. It's it's so weird that she's she doesn't want to be humiliated by her girlfriend. She still has to make her girlfriend seem a bit she's not a total fucking train wreck, guys. But okay, sweet, fantastic. That was pretty much it. There's nothing else to the entire story.
Just tell me, oh, it's just baby weight. You're gonna lose it. And then I could tell in the back of my mom's eyes, I don't know if she really believed that, but for me, my parents, they spent the majority of their money on drugs.
Oh, well.
That's just how it was. Sometimes we couldn't even make rent, and sometimes...
Fantastic. I'm so glad we're getting this story when she's back living with Mama Lynn right now. I don't really know a huge amount of Mama Lynn, as you guys know. I just know that based on what Amber said, she is a terrible, terrible person who, despite being a drug addict who didn't look after any of her kids and apparently now can't even pay rent and spent all their money constantly on drugs, even though her dad had a business and stuff like that, but apparently was able to operate and have a business despite being so bad at in drugs they aren't even paying rent because he's spending all of their money on drugs constantly.
Our electricity would turn off and this and that. So when we did get food and they finally bought food, it was majority of the time, because back in the day, McDonald's value menu really was a value menu.
Wow, she really loves McDonald's. She immediately starts smiling and when he actually had McDonald's, that actually was a value menu. When he went to the dollar menu, it actually was $1. It's such a weird thing to complain about inflation during this story when you're trying to I guess blame your parents, because now apparently they were so hard done by, they couldn't pay rent, they had no electricity, and the times when we did have food, now she's starving. now they're at the point where there's literally no food, and they're all sitting there in the dark about to get evicted with no food. And it's how the fuck do you get so fat when there's no food?
Menu. Everything was 99 cents.
Wow.
And my dad would buy a lot of that at once. I remember one time specifically, he actually sent one of his drug friends, what was that?
Rarity.
One of his drug friends out with me and my brother to go get McDonald's, and my dad ordered him to get 20 cheeseburgers and 20 McChickens. And not only was it for me and my brother and him and my mom, but it was for all his drug friends, if you will. And I want
you to break down how many drug friends there were that you got 40 burgers. 40 burgers. How many people are we talking about here? I don't think if I ordered for everyone in my team and work, we'd be ordering 40 burgers.
There, and I would eat probably 3 of each, and that's not good. And I would do that because I was afraid when I'd be eating again. I'm not saying I wouldn't eat without food. I also turned to food because I was scared.
I just don't know if I believe you that you feel you need to eat 6 burgers at a time because, I didn't know when I'd next eat, guys. But I'm not saying it's not we didn't have that much food or that much. It's I don't know what you're trying to say. Most people should be able to say we went days without eating. Most people will be able to say give specifics or time scales or whatever. Instead it's my dad bought 40 burgers randomly for some fucking reason, I guess, and I ate 6 of them, which is a lot. You know what I said about the druggy thing? She has 3 brothers, right? I think only 2 of them were around at that time. I don't know if I think she might be the oldest, but she ate 6 burgers. How many did the dad and the mom and the druggy friend and the other druggy friends eat? If she is able to eat nearly 1/6 of them by herself.
Scared of everything around me. I don't want this to get emotional. This is stupid.
Wow.
Let's just do our way in.
You literally jump cut from your last point to this part where you're trying to get emotional.
It's just food for both of us clearly was a comfort, and so we relate. You know?
We actually jump cut to her trying to be emotional.
It doesn't matter. We still understand each other, you know?
Yeah.
So,
do we?
I really wanted 2018 to be a good year.
Like, I think, you know the stupid thing about this shit is, it's just Amber being Amber. Like, Amber is the most special victim who's ever been a special victim in the entire universe. Apart from her current girlfriend, who is the best wife, best girlfriend, you know, the best person she's ever met. She loves him with all of her heart. They've never felt the same way about anyone before. All this shit she always claims every single time, trying to make her current relationship like a fairy tale storybook. The problem is, everyone gets you. Every people eating to comfort themselves isn't even slightly unusual. It's not even slightly weird. Everyone gets that. That's why it's a stereotype in like movies in like, I don't know, it was like the 90s and early 2000s, when a woman gets broken up with, the first thing she does is get a tub of ice cream. It's relatable. Everyone knows about this.
And so far it has been. I know it's not even been a month yet, but I feel like for me, I've been focusing a lot on like, why do I want to binge? What is the feelings that I am currently?
Maybe you should actually like, find that out in therapy or something like that, as opposed to like randomly you decided this yourself. Like, just go to fucking therapy, bro.
Currently feeling before that, and back in the day, binging didn't make me feel as guilty as it does now. Well, so yeah, my thing for you guys is I did binge once this week again. But I want to say for me, and I'm not making excuses in the slightest.
Oh my god. Everything is basically, we literally haven't got, we're in the weigh-in video. We're 6.5 minutes in. We haven't got to the weigh-in. It has basically been, have you guys heard that I'm actually like such a victim and my actions, not my fault. Just say it. That has been this entire video so far, but she's not making excuses, guys.
That I've only binged twice this month, and it used to happen way more than that. Sometimes it would happen.
You haven't binged twice this month. You literally had another day where you gained weight, and you then said that made you gain even more weight. There was last time she gained, what was it, like 6 pounds one day and like 2 pounds. It was like 1.8 another day, which was obviously 2 days of overeating. More
than once a day, and I am proud.
I'm not.
I'm just proud of myself, even though, trust me, I feel guilty for binging because it's not me when I'm binging. Like, Becky has been
binge monster
when I binge, and
she the fucking PTSD look in Beck's eyes like, yeah, it's not me when I'm binging. Oh, well, that's a really good way to like just say it's not your fault and you can't be held responsible for anything you did. Well, guys, it wasn't me when I murdered that person. Sure. If it wasn't me, you must have quit. Shrug.
Tries to help me. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I get mad.
Yep. Oh my god. So this is what it is. Oh, we actually have the abusive part of the storyline. Holy shit, I didn't realize that this is where it came out. I thought it was like there's going to be like a big build-up to her admitting that she's abusive to Beck. I didn't think it was just like, guys, I had a hamburger and I was mean to Beck. I didn't think it would just kind of come out suddenly. Oh god.
Obviously I don't drive. And
oh my god, here we are.
I don't know if this is something I want to be honest about, but it's like...
Beck is sitting there reliving that entire conversation, sitting at the McDonald's drive-thru window. Beck is sitting there. Beck is stuck in that moment. Beck is never getting away from that moment. Amber, you were right. You probably shouldn't have mentioned this moment because you thought it made it sound like you're such a victim. Look how much stress I was under. I was under so much stress by not being able to eat 17 burgers that I even shouted at Beck. Whilst now everyone's just like, wow, so you were abusive. Well,
I just get very angry if I don't get my way during a binge, and I feel like I'm
just
being
in general
possessed by somebody because it's not who I am. And
if you do it more than once, it probably is who you are. Like, it's kind of one of those things where it's if you do something like one time and you're like, wow, God, I was a really bad person. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, imagine you're like an alcoholic or something like that, and you rob someone. You know, you rob someone because you need money badly to buy your next bottle, and you rob someone, like, and you do it, and then you're sober, like, you're a couple days later, a week later, whatever, you're sober, and you think about that. That should be, like, the real turning point for you, saying, going, damn, I did something really awful. Maybe I should, like, fix myself. Maybe I should change in some way. Amber instead is just, like, the day out, she's like, whoa, I was a real bitch there. And then just does it again. She just does it again. There's no change. There's no improvement. She doesn't try and better herself. She doesn't take couples therapy. She doesn't go to normal therapy or anything like that. She's like, whoa. Not my fault. That was the binge monster. Shrug. It really sucks that happened to you, Beck. But Beck, you understand. That's not the normal me. I'm such a good person, Beck. How about I buy you another hat?
I remember after the binge, which was... I regret it. But I remember after the binge, Becky was like, you were really mean to me because I kept saying no.
Yep.
And I was like, I don't even remember that. I'm
yes,
not...
you do.
Like that. Like when I'm not binging.
Yes,
you get what I mean?
You do.
And...
Beck doesn't say anything. He says, she's like, Beck has dealt with this shit constantly. I'm not like that. Agree with that. Agree. Shake your head. No, your head. Nod. See, she agrees, guys. I'm never like that. See, she's nodding. She's still nod, bitch. Bitch, nod. You fucking nod her. Yeah, see, she's nodding, guys. See, it's all nice and smiley here. I'm never like that when I'm not in binge mode or some bullshit like that. Bro, you wanted a burger and you didn't get your way and you threw a fucking temper tantrum. That's it. It's not special. It's not magic or anything like that. You wanted something, you didn't get your way, and you were a dick. The end. Shrug. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that that's just the truth, but it is just the truth.
I just feel bad, and it's like...
And you would change.
I don't know.
In some
like,
way.
I'm upset that I did that, but then it's like, I'm also proud that it's only been twice this month.
I'm upset. I'm upset that I abused my girlfriend, but I'm proud I only did it twice this month. It's like if a guy hits his girlfriend and goes, hey, well, at least I only did it once. At least I only hit you. I could have just kept going, but I'm actually kind of a saint. I stopped myself. She's fucking nuts. This is the first time I've ever seen this. I think maybe I saw a clip of it, maybe during the Mr. Snowflake documentary, but I don't think I've never heard someone refer to themselves as proud that they only abused their girlfriend only twice this month.
So let's just move on to the weigh-in, please, because this is way too emotional for me, let me tell you.
Wow, Beck was fucking broken.
So last Monday, I was 479.4, and I weighed in today at 476.2.
So we seriously went through. Is this it? Are we now doing the Chantel style of weigh-in, where we don't see you step on the scale, we don't see you zero the scale or anything like that? We're just like, here's a still shot. Literally, I don't know, it could be a stack of books on this fucking thing for all we fucking know. Really? Okay, fantastic. So we went through this massive song and dance, reminding you all that she is the ultimate victim, like the biggest victim in the entire universe, and it was still a loss. Okay.
So that means I am down 3.2 this week.
Wow.
So even though I binged, I was able to still lose weight, and
I'm so proud of myself.
Happy with that because I am going in the right direction, and that is what's important to me. And as long as I just keep making, healthy choices when need be, which is most,
And only hit Beck every once in a while, guys. I think it'll work out.
99.9% of the day.
What is this?
Like I said earlier, I'm thinking about joining a gym.
So okay. Did you say that earlier? She didn't say that earlier. I do not recall her saying that earlier whatsoever. Look at Beck's face. Ever since the binge monster thing was mentioned, this has been Beck's expression the entire time. And I don't really blame her. It's like you're sitting here, like, being like, she just randomly brought up that she abuses me on camera. Like, what am I meant to do with that? Because, like, at the same time, I'm like, we're back. I don't know. If someone was willing to scream at you over you saying, no, I'm not going to take you to McDonald's, I would just leave the relationship at that point. Because it's not even like a fight over, like, a big thing or, like, an important thing. It's literally a fight over, why won't you drive me to McDonald's? Like that. That's not... I would be like, nah, I'm good, bro. Thanks.
And tomorrow we're going to go talk to them, like the gym, about how much it would cost and what kind of things they got.
Have you ever heard of the internet? I love every time, like Amber or Foodie or any of these people ever try and join a gym. They're always like, I'm going to go through, I'm going to do an interview process, and I'm going to speak to a specialist, and I'm going to have a meeting with the board of directors. And it's just like, or you could go on Google and type in the gym's name and go to their website, and it'll say day pass is this much or this monthly, or student is that's that's literally all you have to do.
Go in there and kind of look around and see if it's somewhere that I feel comfortable with. And
it probably looks like a gym on the inside. I'm going to assume it probably looks like a gym. Like with gym. It's like a gym, and it's like a gym with like people gymming in the gym. I'm gonna look to make sure it's something I feel comfortable. It's a gym, bro. Why do they always have to make it seem like they're going to fucking Mars?
Because gyms can be a scary place. So in total, I'm down 20.8 pounds.
Wow.
It's sad.
Is this your real total or that like fucking ridiculous total where it's just like, well, at one point in my life I was this weight?
Though, because on Wednesday I did weigh 476.2. And that is around the time that I did binge. But I can say that I stayed I didn't
You're doing daily weighing still.
I probably did gain weight after that binge, but I lost it. So, I'm just happy.
Well, I know I technically I gained weight, but I lost it again. Well, I'm so proud of you, Amber. You're just so cool and impressive as you double talk both how awesome you are and how proud of yourself you are, but also how you're the greatest victim ever, even though you just admitted to abusing your girlfriend.
That I can say that through this whole week I'm down 3.2. It could have been better if I wouldn't have did what I did.
Done what I done.
Okay, you could do yours now.
All right. Last week I weighed 260.
Oh, Beck's voice is actually shaking. Wow, this is awkward. Like that's what I'm kind of joking around about the whole thing, but like I'm not lying when I say ever since the binge monster was mentioned, Beck's face has been like thunder, and she hasn't said a single word. It's like I don't think a single noise has escaped her lips. And now she's speaking, her voice is kind of quivering. So it probably was a lot worse than what Amber's trying to claim. Where it's like I just shouted at her a wee bit because I wanted a burger. It sounds like it was worse than that.
6, and
like listen to her voice.
That day that did happen, and she did binge. I did eventually give in.
Please don't blame yourself.
I know.
Please don't blame yourself. Look at her side-eyeing her. Look at her side-eyeing her. She's keeping an eye on her. She's keeping an eye on her. This is like pure abusive. Holy shit. Wow. This is really awkward. This is like unironic, just genuine abusive behavior. Don't blame yourself. Why would she? Why would she blame herself? You're the one who forced her to do it. Like, why would she blame herself? Like, what?
That's one thing I don't want you to do because it's not your fault.
Yeah, it's your fault.
After a few times saying no, I was just like, all right, but no more. And I took her, and then, the next day, we both didn't feel good. We felt like crap.
I felt horrible.
We felt sick.
Wow, sure.
Sick.
We literally felt sick.
It's weird, though.
I had a bad headache.
I don't know how much I believe. Maybe for Beck, maybe if Beck hasn't really eaten, like, fast food in a couple of weeks, maybe. But, like, Amber literally did this twice last week. So I'm not buying her saying, oh my god, I was so sick the next day. Like, I've done, like, you guys know, I did, like, a 5-day water fast. I've gone on keto for, like, weeks at a time. And, like, then I'll have, like, I'll take out a pizza or something like that. I don't suddenly say, oh my god, call an ambulance. It doesn't really hit you like that. You might be, like, a bit more sluggish. But they make it sound like, it's like, whoa, I'm so against fast food now. My body basically rejects fast food. I'm so healthy now. Because that's what they want people to think. They want them to think, look at me, I'm like a health and fitness queen, even though they're like 500 pounds still.
Yeah.
And, I didn't get a soda, but I did get sweet tea.
I will say,
Exciting.
I still have only been drinking water. During a binge, trust me, I'd love to have some soda, but
She's actually been stronger with me.
No.
It's weird though, because like I just feel my body wanting water. I don't feel like I ever really crave soda anymore.
Okay, fantastic. That's really proven the test of time right now. Okay, so you're in binge mode. Screaming at, abusing your girlfriend. The thing you apparently never do to any of your girlfriends, though, even though you've just literally in this video confirmed that you are abusive to your girlfriend. Fantastic. And so much so that despite you knowing her negative relationship with food, you're forcing her to eat as well. Despite all of this. Oh, but you have the wherewithal to, like, be, well, she given and drank sweet tea. I just had water, though. Like, so, in your middle of your binge, where it's so bad, a different person has taken over your body and forced you to abuse Beck, you're still able to go like, no, not the Dr. Pepper, not today, thank you, I'm sticking to water, I am on a diet. Fuck away off.
Anymore, so that's good. That's a plus.
And I've not had soda all month until yesterday. I had a can of Pepsi at my sister's house. I don't even like Pepsi.
Oh my god, look at her
but
go.
I was just like, one won't kill me. So I drank it.
Did you have a diet at least?
I was shocked
that cited it.
I was shocked. Why? Because you weren't like punching her in the face at the time, telling her "eat, bitch, eat." Also, drive me through to McDonald's. Like, I was shocked. Mm-hmm. How about you ran in the fucking judgment? Like, Amber can't complain about anyone judging her when Beck's like, you know what, I give in, and I had a Pepsi. It's been a hard week of being abused by my girlfriend, and I decided to have a Pepsi. Letting yourself slip right there, aren't you? What a dick.
I say it's probably a stupid word. That helped
the craving, and then you literally said, now I don't want a soda.
Yeah.
Because I was able to have my can, and that's all.
What? I just stared blankly at that. It helped my craving, because I was craving soda, and then I had one. And then I wasn't craving soda anymore. It's like, yeah, because you had one. I'm craving a burger, guys. Eats a burger. No, I am not, because I had the burger. What the fuck does that... What does that even mean?
Some people, though, they'll have a can and be like, I can't stop.
Yeah.
But that's
sure,
good
bro.
that you were like, okay.
Jesus, so stupid.
160 calories worth of Pepsi, done. I don't want any more.
Wow, fantastic. Like, how many people, like, just don't stop? Generally, if you have a craving and you're just like, I will just have one Pepsi, I'm sorry. Like, you're, like, so far off the deep end. Like, they definitely need therapy deep end. If you say, like, I'll have a can of Coke, and you have one can of Coke, it's like, well, now I've got to drink 20 of them in a row. If you're at that level, you should just be doing therapy. You shouldn't be trying, like, strong-arm yourself into doing it if your willpower is so non-existent that you can't stop yourself from drinking can upon can upon can upon can of soda just because you drank one.
Right.
It helped, so
yeah, from 260.6 of last week to 257.4 today.
57.4. Beck just doesn't look like 250 pounds. He looks a lot heavier.
3.2 pounds that I've been down.
We both lost 3.2 pounds this week.
Because of me, because I abused her and made her eat food. Was this like is this not like a funny story? Is this like an endearing story? Have you forced your girlfriend to break her diet because you wanted to break your diet? Is this like the funny story now? Earlier on, this is like a deeply emotional story, but now it's a funny story. I guess, guys, the Binge Monster is now a funny story.
Altogether, I lost 22.6 pounds. So, boom.
Drop the mic. So, yeah, we both are still losing weight, which I am pretty pumped about. There will be slip-ups. There will be times where
I just decide to abuse Beck. I can't be helped. Sometimes you want a burger. I'm all right, guys.
Cry from mistakes. There will be times that we do things that we regret. But
oh my God,
we need to stop beating ourselves up.
We need to stop beating ourselves up about me beating you up. Imagine. We have to stop beating ourselves up about bad things that we do sometimes, guys. I'm just saying, even though I'm the one who does the bad things, and I'm saying that we should just move past it. If Beck was the one saying we should just move past it, this would make a lot more sense than instead Amber being like, well, I abused you, but, the chicken Big Mac was only in store for 2 more days. Like, you were nearly going to make me miss it.
And just really focus on how well we're doing.
And I don't know if this is a thing or not, but then I have my moments where I don't want to eat anything. I don't know why.
Obviously.
Like, it is after 4 p.m. today.
And we still haven't ate.
Sure you haven't.
No, I'm not ate anything.
No. Were you guys getting your script on the same page there? Were you guys getting your script? Also, firstly, I'm assuming Amber has just woken up if it's 4 p.m. because Amber stayed up to 4 a.m. every other. I literally remember seeing her step counter where it shows you always waking up at like 6 p.m. So this is like morning for Amber. She's been out of bed for 10 minutes. That's why maybe Amber hasn't eaten yet. But it's like, Becca's just saying it's after 4 p.m. And I was like, yeah, we haven't even eaten. She's like, yeah, we haven't eaten. And
I mean, we bought them, Bolivia, what is it called, bars? Them little...
Yeah, they're breakfast bars.
Yeah.
Velveeta?
We bought those last night to eat. And then we have, Luna bars.
Wow.
Because for breakfast, we like to either do smoothie or bar.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys, it's 4 p.m., which is your breakfast time, which is honestly fucking embarrassing. But it's, I woke up half an hour ago, guys, and I haven't even eaten yet. It's like, okay. Like, so? Like, I don't know, like, what bar are we setting here? It's like, do you want a fucking cookie because you didn't eat a cookie? Like, what? Like, I managed to make it half an hour today so far, and I haven't eaten yet. Oh, wow, guys, I'm so proud of myself. It's like, there are days when, like, you just might not eat at all. Like, there are days where I'm just, like, get home and I'm like, can I eat fuck cooking tonight? Nah, not really. And then I just won't eat that night. I think that's fairly standard for a lot of people. You're like, oh, God, We woke up a little bit late. Gotta get going to work. Should I grab something? No, I've got nothing healthy in the cupboard. I'll just not get anything. I'll just have a decent dinner time. A lot of people just do that. Amber wants a prize because she hasn't eaten breakfast yet, and she's only just woken up.
Super simple stuff because neither of us are breakfast.
And we just got fruit for smoothies too, and it's just I have these things, but I don't know. Ever since I've been up, we talked to Eric some. Me and Eric went and chased down the trash cans.
I told him about that. It's funny.
No, you didn't.
I've been folding laundry. It's probably not good that I've not ate anything, but I don't know. Right now, I just don't want anything. Up?
Even though our lunch.
It's probably not good that we haven't eaten anything. How long have you been up? This is the important information you leave out. So far, you said hello to Eric and went and got your trash can off the street, I guess. And that's it. That's and you did some laundry. So you might have been up for half an hour. That's it. This is the important information for how long you've gone without food is the how long part of it.
Time is, I'd say around, it's different. It's around 5 to 7 p.m. And then our actual dinner is around 11. I know that's so weird, but it works for us. Our schedules are very different than most people's.
Our schedule is just so different from most people. Oh my God. Well, yeah, because you wake up at 6 p.m. because you lie awake all night watching TV. You have the sleep pattern of an unemployed 16-year-old boy. You're the stereotypical NEET in a Japanese show. The guy who just sits at home watching porn all night. That is your lifestyle. So our lunchtime is coming up. So I think we might have just totally skipped breakfast. But I feel like if we do end up joining a gym, yeah,
we're
definitely,
gonna have to remember to have. I think a smoothie before the gym would be great because for me, smoothies make me feel more just energized. It's really weird.
Yeah. You look like a woman who doesn't have a lot of. Look at the fucking. Could you guys just not have closed the fucking blinds? And look at the state of this fucking image. Damn, son. I'm sorry, just you look like a woman who needs energy. You look like, oh God, guys, I need a smoothie before I go to the gym or I just won't have any energy. You're 550 pounds. You're not going to have any energy anyway because moving is literal agony to you. I love her now taking a step back. And now it's if we decide to join a gym, guys.
If I have a bunch of protein, it doesn't. I know you're supposed to have protein when you first wake up, but it does not work for me. It makes me feel this heavy feeling in my stomach, but smoothies make me feel light, I can do.
It makes me feel better when I have lots of sugar. Yeah, Amber, I imagine that would be the case.
Things. And then obviously, because back when I used to go to the gym all the time, I lost those famous 89.
You're 600 pounds. Back when I went to the gym all the time, you're 600 pounds, kids. Sit down.
And LBs, I always say that, sorry. I would always have a bar after I worked out. So that's something else
crazy
we need to do.
Why do you have a bar after you? What are you trying to do with that bar? A lot of people have a bar after they work out, it's because they need an influx of protein or something like that, because maybe they're gaining or something like that, or maybe they're very tired and they're trying to recoup energy because they're just maintaining their weight. You're 600 pounds. You are trying to be in a calorie deficit. It doesn't make sense for you to work out and then deliberately try and fill the calorie deficit. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
And so adding those things into our diet, it's going to make it to where I have to focus more on making our lunches and our dinners a little bit more lower calorie, Yeah.
Yeah, because I might have to have a bar after I work out in the gym. So you got to accommodate that with your lunches and dinners. But surely if you start working out more, you can eat more calories, because that's a point of working out more. That is something, it doesn't really make sense. Why do you need a bar after the gym? Why? You're not gaining. You're not trying to get a sudden influx of protein or anything like that.
But, yeah. Anything else you want to say? I feel like I cut you off, did I?
Please don't hit me again.
That's okay.
I feel like I cut you off. Did I? Punch, punch, punch.
Why do I do that?
I don't know.
Because you're a dick. Does anything else need to be said? I'm never bad to her at all when I'm not in binge monster mode, and I'm just I can always cut you off. I wonder why I do that. Yeah, because you're just a bad person.
Something that I never noticed that I did until
the comments are
be a terrible person.
That's something I never noticed that I did until I.
Yeah, that's definitely what the comments are going to be about Beck, about how rude she is for cutting you off, not how she literally admitted to being abusive. Literally admitted to being abusive in the relationship, and her opinion of this is, I think we should all just move on from this unfortunate incident.
Edit back my videos, and then I feel really bad about it. So
no, you don't.
I mean, I've been guilty of it in the past.
You literally admitted to abusing her.
I used to be really bad for knowing what I wanted to say, but then other people are talking. So then I want to get out what I'm trying to say before I forget it.
That was me.
And then they'll be like, okay, sorry, what were you going to say? And I'm like, I forgot. And I just totally forgot what I
So
was
now, instead of me forgetting, I just spit it out.
I don't necessarily have the greatest memory.
I love that Beck is literally trying to give Amber an out as to why Amber is rude and interrupts her.
So,
I'm sorry.
it's all right.
That's one of my bad habits, among several others.
Among abusing her. Where are we in this story? Like, I love that she does just casually drop in. At one point during this fucking 17-minute video, by the way, I literally abused my girlfriend. However, not my fault. I was hungry. And then we just get this like weird, oh, I interrupt her all the time. Sorry. Like, we're suddenly like cute, like funny, jokey, aren't we such a cute couple?
But nobody's perfect.
You're 600 pounds and you just admitted that you're an abusive person. Nobody's perfect though. Amber comes close.
Nobody's perfect.
So we're going on to week 4 of our weight loss journey.
Wow.
And I have not actually given up. What? And
Me
every
either.
week we were able to come on here and be
You've
like,
given up literally every single week and admitted to abusing your girlfriend into her also giving up.
I don't think I could, even if I
done
wanted
with
to. I don't think I could, even if I wanted to, because
because you're going to win it now?
I feel so freaking guilty whenever I do
Oh
something.
my god. Someone fucking came in. I bet Eric probably came in and fixed their fucking lighting for them.
I freaking had a red hot, like
my.
5 little red hots the other day, and I'm like, I'm so bad.
I know.
I'm so bad.
And it's like, I shouldn't feel guilty for like buying broccoli tots or cauliflower tots. But for some reason in my head, I'm like, I should feel guilty because that's a process.
Okay, I'm assuming someone criticized her at some point for her buying those fucking like broccoli tots, and like this is her reaction to that. Bro, can we not? Like, because we all know how this ends. We all know that she gains an extra at least 100 pounds after this. So it is just embarrassing. She does this every single time, and this is the problem that people like this like fall into, is that they always act like, oh, I'm literally just a different person. It's set up like, I am the same person that I always am, and I'm going to slip, I am going to mess up, but I'm going to just keep trying, because one mess up does not define me, and just keep moving forward. It's just like, oh my god, guys, I actually smelled a burger, and I was like, ugh, and I threw up everywhere because I'm allergic to burgers now. It's really unfortunate, guys. Like, but I'm basically a health and fitness queen now, and I also joined 17 gyms today, and I work out in every single one of them at least 2 hours each every single day. That kind of shit. And it's like, okay, cool, bro, Amber. You've just totally changed as a person, so much so that you get upset at buying slightly unhealthy food, not even like totally unhealthy food.
Processed food. It's like, bitch, no, Amberlynn, calm down. Like, I would much rather have a cauliflower tot than a Big Mac. I cannot be perfect. I don't know how to make cauliflower tots from scratch. I could probably Google it, but
I could probably Google it, but I don't know. Like, you know, my fingers are really fat, and the keyboard on my phone's really small. So sometimes I type in cauliflower tots, and I get on Google, and it doesn't show me the result that I want. And I don't know, guys. I guess I'm just gonna have to keep buying the processed version as opposed to just learning how to make my own that I just said I could do if I wanted to.
It's just, I feel guilty about that sometimes even. And that's...
No, you don't.
That's kind of bad because a cauliflower tot, who
It's
cares?
kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. But, wow, we have been very honest.
Yeah.
Wow, we have been really honest. Have you? Literally, you being like, ha, I abused Beck. Ha. That's it. Where's Beck's honesty?
We have
She had a Pepsi.
Let it go. Okay, anyways.
Wow. Nothing sums up the relationship in any way better than this image of Amber admitting, haha, I abused you, haha, but let it go, and Beck just like, yeah, okay, yeah, cool, that's fantastic. All right, I guess that's it. Okay, really interesting to finally get to see the full thing. It's way worse than I thought it was going to be. Like, how much Amber downplayed it, and pretty much just said, not my fault, not my fault, I was hungry, not my fault, I was hungry, shrug. And especially because I thought this was, like, towards the end of the relationship, you know? Because, like I said, I don't know about the Beck relationship. That's why I wanted to come back and do this part. And it's, like, it's so weird to see that this was actually, like, 8 months into the relationship, and they stayed together for 3 or 4 years, 4 years they stayed together for, but 8 months into the relationship, Amber was already admitting on camera, yes, I literally abused Beck, but she needs to get the fuck over it and just move on, because it's not my fault, I really want a cheeseburger. 10 out of 10, guys. Alright, that's gonna be it, guys. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.